everybody, my name is Stephanie and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is going to be my first video and it's going to be about how I passed my NCLEX RN exam. Yes, many of you are in nursing school about to graduate and you are stressing about this exam. You should be, because it's really rough. I would like to start with my background. I graduated from nursing school in 2011. Yes, in 2011. I graduated from Puerto Rico and I did not have to take the NCLEX RN exam because I was working, back in Puerto Rico. Once I got tired and bored and overworked where I was, I decided to come to the United States. My first job opportunity here in the States was in IHS. In IHS, you are required to have a license, just not the NCLEX. With the license that I have in Puerto Rico, I was able to work in IHS or VA or any type of federal government facility here at the States. My main goal was to become, when I came here, to become a family nurse practitioner. In order to be enrolled in one of the programs, you are required to have the NCLEX RN exam. What happened? I started researching and I decided to use UWorld and K-Plan. K-Plan? I think I said that right. I thought that I was ready for the exam because in UWorld, my lowest score was a 70, which I think it was okay. I registered for the exam. I failed. I failed my first attempt. I was devastated. I cried. I felt like a failure. And I'm like, I cannot be that stupid to fail this exam. But I did more research and there was a lot of people that fell multiple times. I was like, okay, I'm still in the game. I'm still in the game. But I needed a sign. And I prayed to God, please send me a sign. What am I going to do? What else can I use to study that doesn't get me bored? I saw Remar review. It was on Facebook. And I was like, well, let's scroll down because this looks like a scam. And I saw her again. Okay, so let me look, her page. When I saw all these testimonials, hey, I passed the NCLEX RN exam, and this is a good thing, nurses from another country that English or Spanish are not their main language, and they passed. I purchased the program, I believe it was in Black Friday. Yes, in Black Friday. I decided to purchase Remar Review, and that was the best thing I could ever done, and that was the best investment ever. Her review consists of quick facts. This was the main tool that I used. I used to wake up with it, sleep with it, the entire day. Whenever I had a free chance, I used to, view the book, try to study. And it's not that thick. Have you guys seen those big NCLEX review that are, massive? This is really thin and it's to the point. Because for me, that blah, 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 blah gets me bored. And this was entertaining. Yes, for me to say that studying is entertaining, it's a lot. Another one that I really like was the self-study DVD with the student workbook. This is genius. I used to go to sleep with it. Well, not sleep with it, but every time that I had the chance, I will play it again and again and again and again and again and again, and eventually I got everything. That self-study goes along with the NCLEX student book. And like I said, this is right here to fill in the blanks, and she reviews everything in the self-study. One of the things that I mostly like compared to other reviews, it's that in other reviews, they give you a time limit. This is for you. This you have in your house. If you want to study more than 3 months, you can use your tools that you have because it's yours and you don't have a set time or date that it expires. Study also comes with the homework DVD. I used this a couple of times, but not a lot. So I'm not sure how you guys want to study. The activity workbook, I honestly never used it. I'm not sure if I didn't have the time or I honestly never used it. Okay, back to NCLEX. I had to travel 3 hours to my testing site. Yes, 3 hours. I decided I was going to stay, over there where I took my exam one day before. Thank Jesus that I first looked for the exam place, because if I left it for the exam date, I would have lost my NCLEX RN exam, because it was in a bank and it was at the second floor. There was no signs at all. The day of my exam, I woke up really early, ate breakfast, and headed to the exam site. The only problem that I had there was that my passport did not match the registration, so I had to use my driver's license, because that's allowed to enter, as a form of ID, obviously. I entered the exam site. I was anxious, nervous, even my stomach was all over the place. It was rough. So I sit down, I did a little prayer. I'm not a person of faith, but I was like, okay, God, if you got me so far, help me through this journey and to this exam and everything. The exam started. I took the 2-hour break because, I was exhausted. I raised my hand and I went to the restroom. I cried like never before. Yes, I was so frustrated, anxious, and I just wanted it to get the exam over. I composed myself, splashed a little bit of water in my face, drank a little bit of water, and back to the exam. I was there and I was really confident because, the exam never stopped. And one of the things that works for me was I always turn off the amount of questions, because that gets me more anxious. I'm not sure you guys, but for me, it's just a distraction. And no, I turned that off. I was there, I was like, well, people were standing up and I was still at the test. And I was like, oh, shoot. What's the time that I've been here? So I was already there for 4 hours. 4 hours. I was like, oh, shoot. So when I turned off that notification, I was already in 150 questions. And I started to panic because I only had left 1 hour. Some of the myth that, well, I'm not sure if it's a myth, if it's a fact, that if the test ends before, well, if you're out of time and you still have questions, the last 60 questions was the ones to determine if you've passed or failed. I'm not sure if that's real. And I was like, oh shoot. So I started rushing. And yes, I finished my NCLEX exam with only 2 minutes. Yes. I raised my hand. I did my checkout. I got to my car and I was crying once again. I had my sister at the phone. She's like, well, don't purchase a quick result. Wait until the results come to you. And I was like, okay, let's do that. Once a week has passed, well, the week afterwards, I was like, okay, I have to register for this exam because I really want to enroll to the family nurse practitioner by January. And I called Pearson VUE because I cannot I cannot register for the RN exam with the code, something. I'm not sure what was the problem, but I could never register through, online. I called Pearson VUE and the lady was, purchase the quick result because if I register for the exam, we cannot reimburse the money. And I was like, I am not paying $6 for quick results. So I was like, okay, whatever, screw that. I'll call another time with another person, because, you know, one person might tell you one thing, another person might tell you another thing. So I was just like, okay, let me take my time for this. I received an email from my nursing board. I had to complete, I think it was infections control and some other form in order, you know, some other form. I called my nursing board to see what's up, because those are up to date. The lady that answered me, well, I was there, I was on hold for like almost 2 hours. Yes, almost 2 hours. I was so mad. When the lady answered, she's like, yeah, you need this infections control and you need to update the forms. And I told her, after I resend all of this again, which is still up to date, am I able to test again? She's like, test again? What are you talking about? This is to issue your license. I lost it, you guys. I lost it. I almost hit the car in front of me because I was driving. I lost it. I started screaming. I started crying. And I passed my NCLEX RN exam. And I still can't believe it. I still can't believe that I have my NCLEX. It was rough. It was a rough journey. Like I said, for my second attempt, I only used remark review. I did not do questions. I didn't do anything except learn the content. Well, it was not learn, it was more review the content, but you get what I'm saying. Yes, she was right. It's not about how many questions you can answer, it's about the content. The content is what can get you to answer correctly those questions, because honestly, it is textbook answers, okay? They don't want you, oh, what are we doing at the hospital, or no. I had to delete all my experience. I had to delete everything and start from the beginning. Okay, this is the proper way to do it. Not like I'm doing it. And I'm not doing it incorrectly, but it's not, okay, how can I explain this? It's not that I'm doing the job incorrectly, but in real life, you don't have staff. You don't have staff to play board game with kids. You don't have anything. Well, yes, you do have what's necessary, but what's not perfectly necessary. I don't know. I can't explain it. I'm really bad at explaining, so sorry. Yes, it's not a perfect world. NCLEX is, and I had to get into that mind setting to everything is perfect, everything is available, you always have enough staff. What else? Yeah, that's it. And it was rough. I had a full-time job as an RN. I worked approximately more than 40 hours with overtime. I didn't have kids back then, but all I did for 4 weeks was study, work, and sleep. Yes, study, work, and sleep. There was no Netflix, no going out with my friends, nothing. Study, work, and sleep. Was it worth it? Yes. Every single second that I spent on quick facts and all of her review was worth it. And thanks to that, I am enrolled in a family nurse practitioner program. Yes. And I feel amazing. It's something that I do not want to think about anymore. That's why this is my first and only video regarding NCLEX, because after this, that's going to be a closed chapter in my life. And Remark, I love you, but I really cannot hear her voice again, because like I said, for 4 weeks, all I thought was quick facts, Remark, and NCLEX. So yeah, this is the end of the video. If you like it, please don't forget to subscribe. I think I'm gonna be in YouTube for a while. I'm kind of nervous and excited. A little bit of everything. I kind of like recording in the camera. Hey. Well, you guys have a beautiful day or week. I'll see you guys later. See ya. Bye-bye.